What is going on, everybody? Today we're looking at the Fresh Monkey Fiction Operation Monster Force Kiloworg figure. So of course it's going to be hard to see in the box here. They put all this plastic inside, so it's hard to really see what's going on. But we pretty much have a big werewolf figure that's going to look really cool. So it's like a werewolf that is a military soldier. So it's going to be awesome there. We can spin the box around, see a part of course like Maestro Union, Fresh Monkey Fiction, that sort of stuff. Kiloworg the Night Hunter, which looks pretty awesome there. Then we get our comic story on the back. So there's what our figure is going to look like. So like I said, like a werewolf, and then we get part of the comic story that's included with all the figures. So we kind of see the Forgotten King giving a doctor an old like werewolf hand that he can make to give to military soldiers that turns them into a werewolf so they can fight against Dracula. And then of course we get part of the story, but it's kind of like just the generic story of the Operation Monster Force. And then again, once again, the Kiloworg there. So like I said, I wish we could see in the box better. You can kind of see it there behind all the plastic. Like I said, hard to really see, but it will look pretty cool for this big werewolf figure to go with our other monster characters so far. So let me get this open out of the box and we'll take a look at it together. So here we've got Kiloworg, which are former soldiers that were trained in military tactics and armed combat, but they were kidnapped by Dr. Rand and given the salve of the beast, which turned them into werewolves. They were then able to infiltrate places looking like normal humans with the ability to transform into the killing machines that they are. The Forgotten King uses the Kiloworgs to attack Dracula, as their only weakness is silver. So it looks pretty cool here. Of course, I just have it in the basic werewolf form, so nice, just basic werewolf body, and looks pretty awesome. It is really big, so it's a really tall figure. Of course, when I bring in like the Dracula and stuff, you'll see how tall it is compared to them, but just looks pretty cool overall in this werewolf design. So it's got the mostly all gray body, and I love how it's got, you know, the darker gray and then like the lighter gray or white like painted on the top, like adding detail to the fur. So especially all around here on like the around its chest and stuff, all that fur. It's got fur on its arms and hands, of course around like its crotch piece and stuff, down on the legs as well, all the way to the feet. So we get the like nice toed feet there, of course the little paws there of our doggy boy, and then there's like little claws on the inside as well. We get the tail on the back, and that has the nice design on it there with the lighter painting over the top. Looks pretty good, all the way to our werewolf face, which like I said, this thing's big, so it's hard to get the fit into the camera, but looks pretty good there. So nice werewolf design. So we get the big ears, of course fur all the way around it, the nice big long snout with the big teeth, especially the bottom teeth are sticking out pretty far, the black nose and the yellow eyes on him there. So it looks pretty nice. Like I said, this thing just looks like a big monster that looks crazy cool, and like I said, really liking this design. But since it is members of the military, we do get additional clothing and stuff to give to it to make it look more like that, which will be cool. But Moonlights, we go up to the head, so the head can twist around, so it can twist there, I think, yeah, twist all the way around. It can look down that far and up that far, so pretty good range in the head there. Of course, we get like an additional piece that sort of gets twisted around and everything, but you can just readjust that. With the shoulders that do come up to 90, so up to 90 there, and it has the butterfly, just a little bit of moving back and forth, and we'll rotate around within there. We get the bicep twist and the single elbow joint that bends to 90, and of course, it's hard to really get there. It can twist around in there as well. We get the wrist that'll twist all the way around and hinge back and forth. Then we go to the ab crunch, so we get the upper ab crunch here. So he'll just crunch back and forth a little and twist around a little, so that's the little moves back and forth. And then down at the waist, he'll crunch a little and then twist very little. So he twists more at the upper ab crunch than he does at the lower, but he crunches more at the lower than he does at the top. Then we go to the hips, that'll come up, you kind of force there up to 90, and then it can go out to the side as well, you know, pretty much doing the splits for him. Then we get a little bit of a thigh twist up in there as well. Then down to the single knee joint that will bend back a little bit stiff on some of these, but will bend all the way back that far, which is pretty nice. And of course there's rotation in it. Then we go down to the lower leg section. Again, I never know what these are called on dogs, but we get the piece here that can also bend back and forth. Again, always real stiff on it, but can go back and forth and twist around there as well. All the way down to the foot that'll then rock back and forth and twist side to side. And then we also get the tail on the back, so it sort of has a joint here so it can move back and forth and twist around. And then we get different segments, so each one will twist around and rock back and forth a little, so you can get each of those little segments adjusted there, so you can have them sort of curled down, curled back if you want. Just depends on however you want it, but you can get that adjusted there as well. So it works out pretty decently. Like the joints are pretty stiff and hard to get to move, some of them unfortunately, but we did like you should do with most figures and got them heated up and loosened. But like I said, of course now some are sort of stiffened back up again, so it's not the best. And of course getting the stand is also not the easiest as well, since it is a creature standing on hind legs and stuff, so not the best balance wise, but I can get him adjusted. So there you see he's standing there like that, so you just got to get him messed around with, but overall looks really cool. Like for me, probably this would be the form I would have him in, just because I like the basic like werewolf design for him. But as I said, since there are military members that are transformed, we do get a bunch of like outfit stuff that we can give to him to make it look more military like, which will be cool as well. But just for me, I like the basic form here. But accessory-wise, we do get additional heads. So we get a head here with the mouth open, it's like ready for attack. I don't know how easy, I think that's actually pretty easy to get these heads if, yeah, as they get them switched out so we can switch the different heads. Okay, I couldn't get the head switch. I couldn't get it to stick onto the body. Like this head I can get off and on pretty easily, but I couldn't get that other head to stick onto the body. And of course, with all the joints this thing has, it's starting to go out. So of course, as I'm trying to like get the head on, all the rest of the body is adjusting. So now I can't get him to stand up. So a lot of issues with this thing. I think it looks really cool, but trying to get it to all work at once is really annoying. And then we get another head. So this head just with an angry look on it, and then he's got a cigar or whatever sticking out of the side here, which of course looks like it's got sort of been up there, but we do get a little cigar piece there out to the side as well. So if you want to have your werewolf smoking, I guess you can do that. Then he comes with a number of hands. So we get some hands here with trigger fingers, so like grip hands with trigger fingers. Then we get some open like claw hands, so there, so you can have those. I feel those would be pretty good instead of like the standard grips it's got on. So we get like claw hands, and finally some splayed out finger claw hands, so you get those as well. Maybe if you want to have them crawling on the ground, I guess you could try and do that, so you get those hands options as well. But then we start to get more clothing options. So since, like I said, it is a military member, we get different clothes pieces, we can switch them out. So we do get some pants we can put on him. So we get this and pretty much take a lot of this figure apart, and we can give him these pants. So he has some camo pants on, so we get the belt piece and then the camo coming down until you get like to the knees. Then it's all tore up, and we'll have the werewolf legs from there down. So let's put this on him. So there he's got the camo pants on, so you get that. You can obviously, you take the knees out and switch them out, as well as the tail, and attach it onto the lower torso there. So there we get the camo pants, so he's got that. Then he also comes with some like jacket-like design. So first we get this jacket, so it's like a vest piece that we can put on. Now to put this on, we will have to take like his head off and then a lot of the fur around his neck. So like this whole piece does come off as well, and then we're able to put this on. So there he is with the vest. So like I said, you take a lot of that fur off, but still put the other piece on underneath just to make it look more normal, and you put the arms in. So you did have to switch the arm pieces out as well. So I went ahead and pushed like for the butterfly joint, they are gray, but they come with these green ones as well because they'll work more with the jacket and all that. So you get that. So I went and switched those out as well. So there's what he looks like with the vest. So if you want to have a vest on your werewolf guy like that, you can do that. But he also comes with a trench coat as well, or like a long duster sort of thing. So we get this. So it's a long piece here, of course, goes around his tail there in the back. And since this is a longer coat, it does come with arm pieces as well. So we get arms that we can have like the sleeves rolled up, so that's more what those green butterfly joint pieces go with, so you can switch that out. So let's switch all this piece out for him. So there he is with the trench coat on now, so that looks pretty cool. Again, his tail sticking through the back. Switched his arms out and put that longer trench coat on him, so that looks really cool. So very nice for that design for him. Of course, still having issues getting him to stand and all that, but just nice that he gets all those different clothing options. Then he comes with some additional accessories, so I probably should have put this on him already, but he comes with a belt as well that we can put around his waist, and it has some little holes in it there. So with that, though, we also come with little shotgun shells that we can put into it, and of course those are really hard to get in. I'm trying to get it in and I can't get it to fit in, so I may have to heat that up or something and get the shotgun shells in it, but you do get that option. And like I said, since I forgot to put this on him, I'm not going to do this, but just want to show you that's an option. So it's nice to sort of add more details to him. He also comes with a set of dog tags, since he's in the military, he comes with dog tags. Now this we can easily just get around his head, so you can have those dog tags hanging around his neck. He also comes with some bandoliers, so we had a bag with a bunch of bandoliers. So again, here a bunch of straps with bullets, so you get one like a complete one here. So obviously we can just take and wrap this around him. Not sure if it goes on any particular way or anything, but like I said, you just sort of get that wrapped around him there, so you can have a bandolier wrapped around him, again just for more details. And finally, move into weapons. First we get this claw that we can put onto his arm, so he gets this nice long claw, maybe like an extending claw or something. But it's get this forearm guard that we can take his hand off and put this on, and give him this big claw. So there he's got like that. Like I said, nice big claw there that's now attached onto his arm, which looks cool. And finally, he comes with this big gun. So like this big like Gatling gun, which looks pretty cool. Nice big gun. So I have to put in one hand, hold on to it with the other. So you get this little piece that moves back and forth, so you can get that adjusted. It has a little slot here as well that we can fold bullets into. So like we have the bandoliers. It's like one of the bandoliers is just a long strip like this, and it has this piece at the end that should be able to plug into this piece here, but it seems like it's too big or something, so I can't really get it to fit in and stick, so that kind of stinks. But let's see if I can get the Gatling, and oh, this also spins around as well, so that's pretty cool. So let's see if I can get this into his hands. So there's Kiloworg holding on to the Gatling gun now, which looks really cool. So that is awesome. So we get that nice gun there in his hand, which looks all really cool. Really like that design. And of course, obviously with all those different options, you can pick and choose whatever you want, whatever you think will look best for your design of him. Now, of course, this is from the Operation Monster Force. And like I said, they use him to fight Dracula. So here's like Dracula so they can face off. And there you can see just how big the Kiloworg is compared to Dracula. So really big figure there. So nice, big, different design. So that is really cool. Now, of course, also, if you didn't know, this Kiloworg was also made by other companies. I can't remember what they're called, but if you didn't know, some other company made this werewolf, and then they sort of teamed up for the Operation Monster Force to make this into Kiloworg. So we have these others. They're called Veteran Williams. So they have this one. They, of course, come in all different colors. So this one was a gray version, and then there was, I think it was an exclusive white version of Veteran Williams. So, of course, come with a lot of the same clothing designs and all that, just repainted to turn it into a military-style soldier here for the Operation Monster Force. But I think I like this one the most just because I love like the gray fur, like I said, using that as like a basic werewolf, or the brown one's pretty cool as well, but obviously you can use any of these. But I really like this, you know, adding the military garb to them as well, all look pretty cool. But just want to show those different versions of the exact same figure, just with different colors and outfit designs and stuff that they make. So if you like this Kiloworg, there are other options if you want to build out your werewolves. So overall, very cool for this figure. I like the design look that it comes with all the different options. It just stinks that it's, you know, hard for a lot of the movements and joints and stuff. You definitely have to heat this up. We use a hair dryer, or you can use hot water, just anything. You'll have to heat up a lot of stuff to get this to switch out. But I think it looks pretty cool, works out nice and stuff. Just looks like a cool werewolf. Like for me, if it was me personally, I would just be putting it in the werewolf form and the all gray, just using it as a basic werewolf to especially to fight against like that Dracula. Or you can get it styled up like this, like it's supposed to be from the storyline and everything. But still looks cool either way. But such an awesome looking figure, and nice big figure as you saw with that Dracula as well. So let me know what you thought of it down in the comments, and if you enjoyed my review, let me know what that like, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button to see more. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.